I'm going to read you 3 poems, one in Gaelic with translation into the English language, one in German, again with translation into the English language, and I'm going to finish up with a poem in Scots by Hugh MacDiarmid. First of all, the poem in Gaelic by Sorla MacLean. As a young man, Sorla MacLean had been desperately in love with a woman in Skye, and he wrote a huge number of poems for her. And the poem I'm going to read to you is one of those poems. I've chosen one with a translation by Iain Crichton-Smith, which is a particularly good translation. Many of Sorla MacLean's own translations were no more than cribs or glossies. They were not really true poems in the English language in their own right. The poem in Gaelic is called Leon Verrecht Ans na Speren, and in English, Tumultuous Plenty in the Heavens. Tumultuous plenty in the heavens, gold sieve of 1,000,000 stars, cold, distant, blazing, splendid, silent and callous in their course. Fullness of knowledge in their going, an empty, chartless, ignorant plain, a universe in soundless motion, a brooding intellect alone. It was not they that woke my thinking. It was not the miracle of their grave, fearful process, but your face, a naked universe of love. Nisha as Gaelic. Leon Verrecht Ans na Speren, o'r chríochar miljónen die ruiltan, fuair fad as locavór alin, tosdach níor arakel níor alteach. Lana caniolas man cursa, falavé an anulus gan chúl chart. Crúne cé ag glúsid savach, anja lecha heen san arin. Jan Eidson a glúis most mensen, Jan je Miravel an Ige Unjui, Jan je a Veravel, ach an Gel Ewan, Sosha Krunja and Latak Turdin. The German poem I'm going to read to you is by Rainer Maria Rilke. Rilke was born in Prague in 1875. At the beginning of the 20th century, he was for about 2 years secretary to Rodin, the great French sculptor, in Paris. And when he arrived in Paris, he thought he was suffering from writer's block, and he told Rodin this. And Rodin had no time for this kind of rubbish. He said, "Why don't you go into the Jardin de Luxembourg? You'll see so many things happening there, you'll soon write a lot of new poems." And that's what Rilke did. And in fact, a few years later, he did produce a collection of poems called Die Neue Gedichte, the new poems. And this poem I'm going to read to you is the first of the new poems. When Rilke went into the Jardin de Luxembourg, virtually the first thing he saw was a beautiful black creature, a panther, but in a cage that was far too small for it. And Rilke wrote this poem for that beautiful, doomed animal. The translation I'm going to give to you is of my own. The Panther by Rainer Maria Rilke, Paris, 1903, perhaps end of 1902, the first of the new poems. His gaze from the passing of the bars has become so tired that it holds nothing more. For him, it is as if 1,000 bars were there, and behind the 1,000 bars, no world at all. The soft gait of lithe, strong paces that turn in the very tiniest of circles is like a dance of power around a centre in which, benumbed, a great will stands. Only now and then does the curtain before the pupils open without sound. Then a picture enters, goes through the tense stillness of his body, and closes in his heart. Und jetzt auf Deutsch. Der Panther von Rainer Maria Rilke, Paris, 1903, vielleicht schon Ende 1902. Das erste der neuen Gedichte. Sein Blick ist von Vorübergehen der Stäbe so müd geworden, dass nichts mehr hält. Ihm ist, als ob es 1000 Stäbe gäbe und hinter 1000 Stäben keine Welt. Der weiche Gang, geschmeidig starke Schritte, der sich im allerkleinsten Kreise dreht, ist wie ein Tanz von Kraft um eine Mitte, in der betäubt ein großer Wille steht. Nur manchmal schiebt der Vorhang der Pupille sich lautlos auf. Dann geht ein Bild hinein, geht durch der Glieder angespannte Stille und hört im Herzen auf zu sein. And the last poem I'm going to give to you is by Hugh MacDiarmid. The poem is called The Bonnie Brucket Bairn, the beautiful neglected child. It's about the place of earth in the universe, among the glories of the heavens, the moon, the other planets and the stars. And what MacDiarmid is actually implying in this poem is that earth actually has something that the rest don't actually have, and that's earth, and that is life. And he suggests that when the earth weeps, then they'll drown the whole universe. The Bonnie Brucket Bairn by Hugh MacDiarmid. Mars is braw in Cramacy, Venus in a green silk gown. The old moon shakes her golden feathers, the starry talks a wheen o' blethers. Nane for thee a thochty spairn, earth thou bonny Brucket Bairn. But greet, and in your tears you'll droon the hill Clonjeffrey.